Alright, everyone, gonna continue from where we left off. I don't care. We are finishing chapter 1 today. We are finishing chapter 1, and then we'll continue with chapter 2 tomorrow. Despite the late hour, the streets are still bustling full of people. Those are about to head home, those set to meet someone, those simply wondering about. Walking in a sea of unfamiliar soul, walking in this sea of souls, it strikes me how easy it is for one to get lost in city as nondescript as Luxborn. I'm afraid to. At one point back, when I was new, I had just set foot in this place. Now, with familiar faces walking with me, feels a little like home. Second Ash bid us goodbye shortly before Becca and I cross at the side of the street. The former claiming he's got a new freelance. The former claiming he's got a few freelance jobs to take care of before ends, and Ash. Who knows? He never tells. Sometimes he'll just randomly appear at your doorstep, looking for a place to crash. He he does that to Zack a lot, much to the latter's frustration. But he's a busy guy too, in spite of the laid back air he gives off.
Thanks for today, everyone!
No problem, Zack. I'm sorry for what happened earlier.
What the hell? Why did I hear that?
Huh?
A sensation. Cold. Sickening, drowning, my chest tightening. Breathing becoming blubbered. The taste blur in my mouth, the edges of my vision blurs. In the distance, the countless nameless people going about their lives, a voice reaches out to me, pleading even as I clench my eyes tight, I clasp my hands over my ears, whispering and whispering and whispering, calling out. God, this is scary. This is scaring me, what the hell?
Not me. Isabella? Earth to Isabella?
At a voice, the whole world suddenly snaps into place. The murmur's gone. When I open my eyes, Becca raises at me in question.
Weren't you listening? Are you coming with me? Oh, yeah. Just. Okay. Sorry. I spaced out. You always do that.
I follow without complaint, but not before sneaking a glance at the far end of the street. The voice came from where another set of eyes might be staring at me. Nothing. There were only Zack and Ash watching over us as we head back to where Becca parked our car. If I'm expecting to see something or someone there, I try not to let it show. Try not to think of the tiny pinpricks of fear crawling at the pit of my stomach.
See you guys some other time.
Yeah. See ya.
Another glance. With a final wave, we go off our own ways. I don't know what I saw. I don't know what I heard. I don't want to know. And this is what would help me sleep tonight? What would give back that normalcy in my life? Then so be it. The darkness closes around me, grasping, pulling, engulfing me. The ground caves in without warning. I'm falling. My eyes snap open. For an instant, it doesn't immediately register where I am. Both my back and shoulders ache after I've fallen asleep, all hunched up at night before. Drenched in sweat, the nest of pillows I often keep around me feels more suffocating than comforting. Then my eyes adjust to the bright morning light streaming through my window. Oh, my breathing to slow down before untangling myself from the pile. I haven't had a single dream since coming to Luxborn, or at least none I can recall having. It's a shame, because they used to be so vivid. Not the crazy vivid, but the more pleasant kind I'll tell my siblings about. Maybe it's just the stress of living alone. The knowledge that I'll always wake up in an empty apartment with no one to tell stories to.
What time is it?
Habit forces me to look over at the clock. Even the soreness weighing heavily on my shoulders. The compulsion to never leave my bed for the day. In a heartbeat, I'm up.
Oh man, of all the times to oversleep! Towel! Towel! Where's my towel?
Immediately, it's a weekend. As an unspoken rule that entitles me to extra hours of sleep. But if Rose didn't kill me yesterday, she sure as hell will now. Or she was heck will now. And right after what happened, oh Lord. One box of donuts as peace offering won't be enough the second time around. That's how I'm already a few short steps away from the bottom when a muffled ringing breaks out from my bag. It's a moment of indecision at first. Mind conflicted whether I should just ignore it or answer it. But what if it's Rose, who was our boss? Sheesh. In the end, the rational part of my brain wins out. Pleasure for me peeks out when I pull the device out. Just the sight of it is enough to put me in a foul mood, and takes every force of will for me to ignore it in favor of answering the call. The caller ID reads Mama.
Huh?
It's around 4 or 5 p.m. in the Philippines right now.
That's an unusual time for them to call.
Usually, it's around noontime here, and I'm the one calling, not the other way around. Better for them to use that money on something else than an international call. Regardless, Most cheerful tune, I gather.
Hello?
Hello? Grace? How are you?
Mama! I'm doing okay. How are you guys over there?
We're good. EJ won a storytelling contest at school the other week. Brought home a medal. I thought you should know.
There's a tight lilt in her voice as she speaks. It's been there since Papa had to leave his job. I wish there's something I can do for her. But from miles away like this, at least I'm able to is not make her worry. If only my older brother would actually lend her a hand. Lord knows if that'll ever happen. Odds are Kabia Jordan's already out drinking right now. Again. Can't count on my older sister either. She has a family of her own and, well, ATN's financial situation isn't exactly great right now. Having ran herself knee deep in debt.
Great! That's great! Tell him congratulations from me. And let him know I'm gonna send him a little something extra this Christmas. How about Nico? Karen? Michael? I hope they're okay?
They're doing well. They wanted to talk to you, but they're all busy with school.
Oh no, that's fine. I don't want to bother them. Just tell them to keep doing their best for me. I'll just call back when I know they're not busy. And Papa? How's Papa doing?
It's a subject I'm a bit hesitant to broach. The way Mama's voice hitches, she doesn't want to bring it up either.
Papa. Grace, he's having a little difficulty right now. Weak appetite, he's having trouble swallowing, and lost a few pounds. But the doctor said we should keep encouraging him. It just means his body's accepting his new treatment well. The money you sent last time helped a lot to pay for it, by the way.
Oh, I see. That's good.
I won't deny that life has gotten tougher for our family. It used to be easy back when Papa was in good shape. Ever since he was diagnosed with the sickness 5 years ago, he had been unable to provide for us. Now the burden of feeding eight mouths. 8 mouths. Now the burden of feeding 8 mouths and settling Papa's bills will rest on my shoulders. Damn. I feel bad, man. Although Mama makes a little accepting sewing and laundry jobs in our neighborhood, it's scarcely enough to cover the cost of the day-to-day living, let alone the bloating hospital bills. We can't even accept help from our own government because the health insurance there barely covers anything.
I'm sure he'll get better soon. Is he well enough to talk? Do you think I'll be able to speak to him, Ma?
Silence. Started to think that the call got cut until...
Listen, Grace. Maybe it's better if we transfer Papa to a different hospital. Somewhere cheaper?
What? Why? Did something happen? Is it the deposit issue again? Give me the hospital's number. I'll talk to them.
No, it's nothing bad. The service here is good. Too good. Even the doctors. But I'm worried you're working yourself to the ground because of it.
Mama, we've been through this before. I want the best for Papa. And don't worry about the bills or the medicine, or me for that matter. I can handle myself. Everything's going well here. In fact, we're about to close a large sale.
Hopefully. If not, then another way. She doesn't need to know that. Sorry, Mama. You taught me not to lie. Yet look at what I'm doing.
I'll have money to send over soon to cover the rest of Papa's treatment. And there's more than enough for Karen, Nico, Michael, and EJ's school tuition, too.
Thank you so much, dear. I appreciate it. We all do. But I just wish you'd come home to us soon.
Kaui, when are you coming home? EJ, the youngest, used to be the only person asking me that. How do you respond to a question you don't definite answer to? 5 years later, and I 5 years later, and I still can't give them a straight one. A smile though Mama can't see it. A fight to keep my lips from quivering, my voice from shaking. She's got enough on her plate as it is. No need to weigh her down with unnecessary concerns.
Promise me you'll be there to welcome me when I do, okay?
Of course. I'm sorry, Grace. I need to take this for a while.
There's a small commotion on the other end of gates opening. The voice of a child, EJ, talking excitedly about his day at school. The tapping of the feet on the floorboards as he runs. It's been years since I went home, but I can still picture the whole scene in my mind. How tall is he now? Are the neighborhood kids bullying him now that I'm not around? Did Mama rearrange the furniture in the living room again? What are they having for dinner today? I miss them. So
It's okay,
much.
Ma. I need to go too. I've got work today. I'll call again soon, alright?
On a Saturday? Oh, never mind. Take care of yourself, dear. I love you.
I love you. Bye.
The call. It ends with a soft click, leaving half-truths and empty promises hanging in the air. Close my eyes for a moment. I take a deep breath and shake away the thoughts beginning to swim inside my head. It's pointless to mull over these things right now.
Okay, Isabella. Time to get that mansion sold.
Unfortunately, before I can take a single step away from my phone, it rings again. No doubt Mama forgot to say
Mama?
something.
Did you forget anything?
Excuse you? I'm too young to be your mom. Are you still sleeping? Hold on, never mind that. Get yourself in the office. Hurry!
Office? What about the open house? Oh no. Is it Sir John? Did he hear about yesterday? Am I in trouble? Oh god, oh god, oh god! I'm gonna get yelled at, aren't I? What do? I'll buy you an extra box of donuts if...
No, it's nothing like that. Will you calm down? Get yourself here, all right? I'll tell you everything then.
There's the telltale din of several feet shuffling against wooden flooring and an indistant yelling in the background. Those cuts the connection. That isn't anyway comforting, but it's enough reason for me to hastily discard my phone, finish my shower in record time. Let's keep going, people. I'll see how far I can get. Whew. I make it to our office within 20 minutes of leaving my apartment, completely disheveled and out of breath. At feet, if I take into account my usual travel time. Routine clamor common to the Breyer Realty Corporation's Blackswan's office meets me as my foot crosses the threshold. People's rustling, telephones ringing at us sporadic intervals, agents talking at varying volumes, staff moving about,
Where
and
the hell is C? Where are my employees? What the actual fuck, guys? Of all the times to disappear without notice.
for YouTube safety guidelines. What the actual frick? My boss's words turned muffled as someone else close to the door to his office, likely to work for HR, likely to work for our HR manager. Throughout the past weeks, he's been in a bad mood over a few employees who have failed to report to work. I heard they're still trying to get a hold of them, but to no avail. The result is half their workload been shifted to all available staff so as not to lose clients. Not that I mind extra work, if anything, it means I'll have more to send to my family back home. All of the rumors of a branch closure circulating because of this is indeed a bit worrisome. My back barely touches the top of my table when Rose pulls me aside.
Here, I need you to help me with these papers. If you could also get these signed and photocopied before lunch today, that would be great.
One after another, she thrust a bunch of paperwork in my hands without explanation. Page was away from the top of the pile. Down to pick it up, my eyes scanning the top of the page as I straightened. Purchase and sale agreement? Rose simply gestures her thumb in the direction of our visitor lounge when I told my head in question. There, seated on a sofa, looking comfortably out of place in the humbly decorated room, is the same couple from the day before. The Wrights. Something bubbles in my throat. Their presence in the office can only mean one thing.
They're buying it? We got a deal?
This was my hand tugging at her sleeve, although her eyes alight with something akin to joy. She wants this deal to happen as much as I do, and now that it's here, the deal needs to be closed yet. Documents need to be signed still, but the elation is there. With a foreboding feeling I can't quite pinpoint.
I had to do a little damage control, but they're already interested in acquiring the property, even before they attended the open house. I mean, isn't it obvious? They already hired an interior designer. I've never seen a buyer as aggressive as Madam Wright. She didn't even try to negotiate a lower rate.
One at a time, Rose. I can't process everything you're saying at once. What do you mean?
They're paying 15% higher than the listing price, as long as we get the paperwork done as soon as possible. I think if we allow it, they'll be paying up front, too.
Even with that urban legend? Oh, I was so sure we lost the sale after yesterday.
Don't look so surprised. We still have to conduct some last few checks before we completely hand it over to them.
Please. I'll happily do the paperwork duty, Rose. I'll even go to the land registry myself and make sure the property changes hands with every single legal blessing.
Don't they have better things to spend money on? I'll haggle it down to the lowest possible price. If I were in their place, especially with stories attached to it. Not that my opinion matters one bit here. We're just the agents who are going to receive the hefty commission after all, nothing more. Gives me a pat on the shoulder signaling that she's heading back to them, and an unspoken instruction for me to follow after I'm done. It didn't take me long to finish what work she left me. In fact, having our boss sign the agreement is easier since it has put him in a better mood, to the entire office's relief. Ma'am, Hannah calls me over the moment she notices my presence at the lounge door. Lips are twisted and frown. She doesn't seem particularly happy to see me, and I'm not surprised. Who wouldn't be? I almost created a scene. Mr. Wright, however,
Why, if it isn't the little Lily. I trust you're feeling well now.
It's Isabella, sir, not Lily. I appreciate your concern. I'm feeling better now.
I really don't understand why they can't get my name right. It's a very common name. It shouldn't be too hard to remember. Regardless, I hand him the copy of the agreement.
I believe I can take that. Thank you very much.
With how elegantly she plucks the papers off my hands, it's easy to think that there isn't any trace of irritation in her. But it is there. Really in a still stance, in the way she's standing at a fair distance from her husband, and how the two look to be ignoring each other. Seeing the scene, it soon becomes clear to me that I'm not the one who has put her in a bad mood. Did they fight? Most probably. I've seen it happen dozens of times with my previous clients. It's a shame, especially with their new mansion. I never did like it when my own mom and papa fight. Hope they make up soon. Currently satisfied with what she's seen, Ma'am Hannah claps her hands together before extending hers for a shake. I release the breath we've been holding, both of us, more than happy to return the gesture.
That settles it then? Are you really sure about this property, ma'am? We could easily find you a bigger one among our current listings. Something with a modern touch?
Something not haunted, perhaps. She shoots me a warning glance that clearly says, "Don't make a scene. We're almost there."
Of course. Why wouldn't I be? The house is absolutely perfect, isn't it, darling?
A helipad would still be a nice addition.
Yes, well, we'll get there eventually, love. As I was saying, if your partner had the documents yesterday, we would have bought it right there immediately. Shame she didn't have it. Well, there's still a few necessary documents we need you to sign after, but we'll let you know once we have those finalized. We'll be handling the process for the rest, so don't worry about it, ma'am. Within a week, I hope. We still have a housewarming party to plan, after all. You know how much thought should be put into those things.
There are servants for that, darling.
Love, servants or not, you're going to make people listen to your input nonetheless.
No more than a week, ma'am. Barring unexpected delay, of course. You can leave it to us.
Excellent. Well then, I'll leave you two to it. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Oh, and before we forget...
She falls something into both our hands and winks, raised to her lips, demanding our silence.
What happened the day before was quite unfortunate. But you did get us what we wanted in the end. That, at the very least, is commendable. But this is... Ma'am, I can't accept this. Don't you worry, darling. It's a small thing coming from us. Consider this your bonus for a job well done.
So sweetly, like this is simply the most normal thing to do in the world.
Oh, before I forget, my lovely interior designer would appreciate it if you hand her a copy of the floor plans as soon as possible. She's dying to work on the house. You can do that, yes? Here's her contact. Certainly, ma'am. We'll have it processed as soon as possible. I knew I could count on you, lovelies. I hope to see you two soon so we can get this closed.
Is that transaction over and done with? He's still reeling even after they've left. Other agents would kill to have clients like them. Part of me feels lucky about the fact. No lengthy negotiations, no sudden change of minds. Talk, signatures, handshakes here and there, and we're done. other part? Soon ago, we sold our haunted property to two innocent clients. Sure, the commission's big enough to continue funding Papa's treatment and hospitalization, big enough to pay for all four of my younger siblings' schooling. Heck, it'll keep me away from instant noodle diet for months. I don't have to go back to the mansion as well, as the deal has been closed, much to my sanity's relief. But knowing that there's something in there, and we gave it to the good couple despite that. Oh, Isabella, the things you do to sell a house and get money, Papa won't be happy with that. At least I have good news to tell next time I call home. The little lie I told Mama this morning isn't a lie anymore.
Well, there's something. So how does it feel?
How does what feel?
Your first big multi-million-pound sale, silly. I know you've been with us for years, but this has got to be memorable for you.
Memorable. An understatement, Rose.
Come on, show some enthusiasm. They gave us a bonus, too, aside from the commission and the other bonus boss promised. What are you going to do with it?
I don't know. Send it home, probably?
All of it?
Not everything, of course. Most of it. I'll leave some for my living expenses.
Listen here, Isabella. I'll teach you something I should have told you before we ended your training. It's okay to celebrate from time to time.
I don't get it.
It's simple. Go out, do something for yourself. Throw a party and treat your friends to free food. Didn't you say the last one's some sort of tradition back at home for you? Hello, this is practically a done deal.
Isn't throwing a party a bit excessive?
Your call. I won't say no to an invitation, by the way, in case you really are planning to throw one. A few drinks would be nice too, thank you very much.
I don't think my apartment's big enough for that.
You could always move? Bloody hell, you're working in real estate.
You mean bloody heck?
I think I'll pass. That's too much of an unnecessary expense for me. But I did promise Becca free lunch in case the sale goes well.
You go do that. Hold on a sec.
He moves herself down to the phone on her desk. Conscious, equal to professional in a span of a few
Today?
seconds.
Not a problem, ma'am. I could bring you a copy of the contract if...
Must be another client, nothing surprising there. Still another BRC's top agents, no matter how modest she appears. A saleswoman through and through. On the other hand, I have very little neck for that. Of course, I learned eventually I had to. Someone else will, without doubt, do a better job. Once, though, in a drunken stupor, Rose told me a story of what could have been. Years ago, wide-eyed, young, and brimming with yet to be fulfilled dreams and ambitions. She was a term or two away from a nursing degree. Out of courtesy, I never pressed on the matter further. Perhaps it's where the sense of fondness started. small connection due to one similar experience in our respective lives of goals we both let pass us by because of circumstances we're in.
I'd be happy to discuss this over tea, ma'am. All right, I'll be there. Thank you.
New client?
Reassigned. Have you heard from Mark at all?
Not since the first visit to the mansion. Why? No news from the HR yet?
None at all. Boss thinks he ran away. I doubt it, though. He's too much of a wimp for that. There must be another reason. Who knows? Anyway, I've got to meet this one. I'll see you later.
The wave of her shoulder as she rushes out the office. Cymbals sounds shortly after, by the chatter of fellow agents also heading out a much needed break. Ordinarily, there's no need for me to go out. But oversleeping didn't allow me the luxury of packing my own lunch tray. If one considers taking an instant noodle cup from my pantry, packing your lunch, time to make good on the promise I made to Becca, I suppose. Maybe invite Zach and Ash too. In the end, only Becca and Zach could come. Ash on the other hand couldn't be reached. All my calls went straight to his voicemail. He's at it again. Right here today, gone the next day. Oh well, his loss. Agreed to meet at a nearby cafe, the same one I frequent with Becca because it's cheap and they give away free bread around closing time. Quaint, a little old-fashioned though. Looks a wee bit out of place and missed. The city's tall buildings, but we love it all the same. Much like its facade, the interior carries an antiquated charm to it. Vintage art pieces in a row shelves, boasting an extensive collection of books, cover the walls. It would have been nice to hang out here for hours on end, but even on weekend, place is still packed with people. Thankfully, Becca and Zach found seats and are engaged in some casual chatter when I arrive. Strange seeing the two of them without Ash accompanying the other. They've never been particularly close. Sure, they talk when they meet, laugh at the same things when there's something funny. But this distance, the kind born purely out of differing interest, that or Zach simply afraid of Becca. It's not impossible, and I won't blame him if he is. He might be the tallest in our group, but everyone knows that it means nothing against Becca's temper. Even I'm a little scared of her.
Zach! Becca! Well, you seem to be in a better mood today. What happened? I know that smile, Belle. Come on, still.
Don't rush me. Let's order food first, okay?
Or just comes by to take our order. On a normal day, me and Becca will order a hearty serving of their special vegetarian stovies. Zach takes anything with a good helping of meat, sausages, and potatoes in it. But today is a good day, great even. It's not wrong to indulge a little, right?
Today's special. For the three of us.
Even the person jotting Donna Oda looks surprised at today's meal choice. She writes it nevertheless and leaves without a complaint, without a comment. And leaves without comment. Becca furrows her brows, her mouth halfway open, ready to let loose what's likely a string of reprimands.
Don't worry, it's my treat.
The glare she sends my way reminds me the one I received from Mama when I punched, bullying my younger brother 18 years ago. Naturally, I never did again after she made me apologize the next day, because it's far from my mom. Small sheepish grin is enough to turn frown into a defeated sigh. Buddha rise in the middle of a funny story from Zach, putting the rest of the conversation on hold. As we are each served our order. It's nothing fancy. Pan roasted sea bass with citrus dressed asparagus and a portion of mashed potatoes on the side, or at least that's what the daily specials board says. I never did pay attention to it whenever I come here. The price, whenever's written way above what I'm willing to spend on food on a single day.
Oh, good. I'm so hungry, I think I'm dying.
You're always hungry.
Hey, not all the time.
Let me guess. You skipped breakfast again.
Not on purpose. I may have overslept by a few seconds today.
Right then. Stop stalling, Isabella. What's this about?
Let us say it, Rebecca. She wouldn't be inviting us out if it wasn't worth hearing out.
Well, we're waiting.
I'm treating you guys to a once-in-a-century thing.
Unexpected grin breaks face except
I'm sorry, say that again.
And this is important because...
Becca only raises an eyebrow at me while Zach appears didn't get the punchline to another lame joke Ash made and is desperately searching for someone to explain it. Oh bummer, maybe I should rephrase it.
Okay, let me do that again. Guess what, guys? I'm paying! I sold the house!
As the news sinks in, the expression goes sheer bewilderment to utter surprise. That's more like
You
it.
heard me right, ladies and gentlemen. As of today, I'm Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos and free from my instant noodle binge.
Seriously?
Hold it, Belle. You sold the house?
Yep.
Which house is this? In Aslam Village? The one with the open house yesterday?
The one and only. Come on, Becca. I know you've got a better memory than that.
Oh. Oh, wow. That's...
She lets her hum, although she's nodding. She gives the impression of someone who has heard something unbelievable and is still forcing her brain to absorb it. Did she think we wouldn't be able to sell it? There's some faith in me, Becca. Am I not your best friend or what?
You don't believe me?
The words stumbled out of my mouth before I could stop them. I've been trying to avoid bringing up yesterday's little spat, judging from the looks on their faces. Since they are too. Me and my stupid mouth.
I'm sure it ain't the way you're thinking, Bella.
No, I do believe you. But don't you think the sale happened a bit too fast? The open house only started yesterday, and now you already have a buyer?
It happens from time to time.
Yeah, but look, I'm happy for you. Just yesterday, you've been really worried where to get money for your dad's new treatment. And now, all of a sudden, you have something. What if the sale doesn't push through, or I don't know, they're a fraud, or they suddenly back out? Isn't it a little too early to celebrate?
Rebecca does have a point, Bella. If you haven't closed the deal yet, there's still a chance they'll go back on it.
They don't seem like it to me. The lady appeared to really want it, and she approached me without even finishing the tour.
Because it means it more like. We're not gonna tell Becca about that, knowing how she'd only worry.
And she already hired someone to handle the house's interior design.
You're joking. Who would do that?
The Wrights, apparently. It's actually pretty funny. She's a bit too excited to get the property, she forgot to buy it. At any rate, they've already signed the agreement today, so it's just a matter of time. And don't tell anyone about this, but Ma'am Hannah also gave us something extra.
Something as in.
As in, it's why I can treat you two to a free meal.
I'm more surprised you accepted it.
She didn't really give us a choice in the matter. So don't lose sleep over this, okay? The couple really want the house. If Rose didn't stop them, they'd likely have paid up front for it yesterday. That's despite the legends, too. I even tried to show them the letter. But nope. I want this house, darling. Go take all our money.
You don't really think they believe that, do you? I'm pretty sure for them, those are just rumors as well. No one is that superstitious in this day and age, Belle. Well, there's you.
Right. You know what? I'll just eat all of these by myself.
46 minutes in. Let's keep going. And to gather plates to the food in each still untouched. But the face his hand indulged you just as I'm about to pull a plate close to me.
I'm kidding. Don't go all pouty on me again. I'm just concerned you'll get hurt if this doesn't happen. I know how badly you want to close this deal for your papa.
I'm sure he's gonna be fine now, though, with the money. They don't know yet. I think I'll call them tomorrow. Let them know things will be easier. Mama said this morning he's showing progress with the new treatment, too. It's just a matter of time.
Allow myself to smile genuine and uninhabited. It's strange talking about this with other people, even those who have known you long enough. But today, things simply feel a whole lot lighter with them here. Lunch passes in an enjoyable fashion. A laugh here, a playful jab there, but most of it is spent catching up, telling stories about whatever's keeping us busy these days. Something we couldn't afford to do the day before, taking account what happened. Even Becca's surprisingly chatty. Is there something in the sea of bass we ate? Zach though appears less energetic. While he's far from being the life of the party, he's definitely not the type to keep quiet in a conversation with his friends. Apart from a few inputs, he's been silent the entire time. Becca notices.
Are you sure you're not feeling under the weather, Zachary?
Huh? No, I'm okay. No worries, Rebecca.
Doesn't sound okay to me.
It's okay. I might be feeling a little bummed out today, but I'm sure this will pass.
Is it about the reviews this morning?
The pained expression crosses Zach's face, and almost immediately, Becca retreats in her inquiry as though the man's look is enough for an answer. Isn't enough of an answer for her. Look between the two of them, Miss something? What happened this morning? Did I stumble on a big secret? This is why I don't. This is why I don't like waking up late.
You heard about those, huh?
Sorry, I just happened to check on some sites this morning.
Nah, it's a very sensitive topic in the first place. I should have expected it.
What reviews?
Bigger glances at Zack. Motions unsure, eyes asking for his consent on the matter. Although there's a small desire to keep asking on my part, I don't dare voice it out. But Zack, it has always been better to wait than speak on his own. Bigger too, to some extent, although her explosions of temper are more common. In the end, he simply answers with a shift of his shoulders, gesturing her to go on it with a tilt of his head.
It's his movie.
That doesn't explain anything. Stop dangling the information, Becca!
Zachary, I'm not the one supposed to be telling her about this. It's still your documentary.
Is it something bad?
Not bad per se. You guys don't need to dwell on it much.
Bad? Listen here. I wouldn't trivialize what those bowheads wrote if I were you. They're ruining other people's jobs. This isn't a laughing matter, Isabella. Some bowbag just insulted him.
Calm down, Rebecca. Those are just reviews, and it happens a lot.
I do not ken about you two, but calling the entire film an out-and-out drivel, you're better off watching an educational kids' TV show, and worst 1.5 hour of my life, among other things, isn't exactly a critique any decent movie reviewer would say. If you could call that a critique, did we even watch the same film?
Well, maybe I ain't cut out for it. Better stick with my photography or something. If nothing else, this helped me open my eyes to what I can and can't do.
You're giving up.
It was just something experimental I did on my free time anyway. It's no big deal.
Damn. Somehow her tone raises in anger. It seems like she's slighted and not Zack. Sneak excuse me, which I promptly stamped down as soon as she sent me a hard look. It wasn't a question. Alright guys, it's 53 minutes in. I'm gonna call it a day.